Okay, there was some problem. But anyway, we are live now, so yeah. Sorry for the technical issue. I hope nothing more will come. All right, so let me just quickly move this over here. All right, we are live now. So basically, what I was trying to say is today we are gonna look at this product here. This is DJI RS4 Mini, and this is a new product. And switching from Zion Weeble S, I feel like this product is like super impressive in terms of engineering and the facilities or the capabilities this gimbal has. I might be saying this gimbal has a microphone or camera because I'm used to reviewing those products very often, but today we are going to review gimbal for the first time in our channel, and I'm super excited to talk about it. And secondly, the microphone that I'm using here is actually connected to Zoom F3, and this is the best way I think we can get the audio for the live stream. So I'll be switching and placing this microphone on the table when I'm talking. So if there is any thumping sound on the table, forgive me, please. All right, so let's talk about the things first, what the gimbal has to offer, and then we will take a closer look into the gimbal itself and how we are mounting different options we have on the gimbal, and we're gonna dive deep into how we are gonna set up this gimbal. There are a lot to talk about it because let's look at all the features that it offers. So basically, auto lock is the first highlight feature, and then we have a lot of modes, then the vertical mounting mode, and we have the Teflon balancing. I have some gripe with it. I won't say this gimbal is like 100% super good, but for what it is doing pretty well. Let me resize the screen a bit. Just give me a second. Okay. So, yeah, especially the horizontal mount, I will show in a bit. So what I mean. So there is one mounting place that I feel like it's quite difficult to balance, but otherwise it's okay. The weight itself is super impressive. I feel like this was, even though it's like just 100 grams lighter than Weeble S, I feel like this is super light. I will explain everything in a bit. We're going to see every single option that's mentioned here one by one. So the mounting options, the phone attachment, I don't have it, so we are not going to see the phone attachment, but we do have a wireless mode as well. We can connect the wireless mode with the Sony cameras, but it's not there for Fuji yet. Maybe in the future, firmware upgrade, probably we might get it, but we will still try to connect the Fuji cam that I'm going to mount on the gimbal to connect it directly via Bluetooth with the gimbal. So with that said, let's see what else it offers. Yeah, so yeah, there are so many things we have to discuss. The tracking, it's also super impressive. There are a few things I want to talk about it because it's side mounted. We have to make sure that it is actually uh, framed correct so that whenever you're using it in the gimbal mode, sorry, the vlogging mode, you probably get your framing right because it's at an angle, right? So it's not center, it's not in the middle. And what else? There's a lot more to discuss, and I'm very, very excited to talk about them. I haven't tested battery, of course. We'll have to take it for what they are saying. So like 7.5 hours of usage should be, or maybe less because, we are enabling Bluetooth, we are connecting the cameras with Bluetooth, we are going to operate the camera via the gimbal, so it's going to consume a lot of battery. So yeah, let's keep it here and see one by one auto lock feature, right? And before that, I want you to take a closer look on the gimbal itself. So let's move to the gimbal. And if you have any questions, just put it in the chat so that I will answer the questions. The chat will be on the screen, by the way. And let's move to this view actually. Where is this? Yeah. Okay, so let's move to this view, or perhaps this view. All right, so we're gonna see one by one. Let me reframe this part. All right, so I hope the audio will be okay. All right, so now we are going to take a closer look on the gimbal itself. So what do we have here? This is a combo version of the gimbal. It's not the non-combo version. The combo version comes with this handle, the side grip, as well as the tracking device. So these two are super important. Especially these are the highlight features of this gimbal because as you can see here, the side mounting option is also pretty good. I have two quick release options here. So one is right here. This is from a brand called PGY Tech or PYG Tech. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, PGY Tech. So it's from a brand called PGY Tech and it's okay-ish. I purchased three of them, so I feel like so reluctant to buy anything new. If possible, I might have gone for F38, but I did not go for F38. I just stuck with this PGY Tech. It's super impressive actually to just quickly mount it. And also I have the camera base with the PGY Tech quick release, which I can use it to mount it after balancing. So I initially balanced this gimbal with Sony A7C II, and right now this one is balanced for A7C II. And I haven't balanced it for Fujifilm X106, which we will be doing in a while. So let's talk about some impressive features. Let me remove this first. Even this one is like super, super light. It's all made of aluminum and you can adjust this. We will come back to this later. And what I love about these is the markings for the lock and unlock. So if you're able to see here, so this lock and unlock is marked everywhere. So which is like super good. Let me just do it this way. Yeah. So if you're able to see here, this is the lock and unlock button. No, I think it's marking. It's not button, like it's marking. So it's very easy to just lock and unlock. When it comes to Zion products, the Zion had some very great difficulty to, open up this knob. I have to like put a lot of pressure to open up this knob and probably like a lot more to just lock it. But when it comes to this one, this is like super, super easy, super smooth. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to accidentally lock or unlock some of these for sure. But what's impressive here is actually this auto lock option. So what happens is like this right now it is an auto lock. So let me just quickly show you here. There are three auto lock points. One is over here, one is over here, and another one is over here. So you can just think of it as like every motor has an auto lock feature. So here is a motor, here is a motor, and here is a motor. These motors are much bigger than the Weebill S and they can handle a lot more payload. And some of the features I like is actually if you see underneath this quick release plate, we have this serrated gear. So you can use it to move this front and back. So that's also pretty nice. You need to unlock this and you can move this front and back. This is also super nice and then lock it back. Right, so one of the things that I do not like about Zion Weebill S is actually the rear uh, lock knobs, I think levers. Yeah, so these levers were super tight in Weebill S, but here it's like super, super easy. And they also have this button to open up. So there's a lot of safety features as well. This is for vertical mounting option. We will discuss about the mounting options later. And what else do we have? We have a lot of knobs, dials, and controls, and this joystick is wonderful to use. I love this joystick. And yeah, coming from Weebill S, that's what the predominant uh, talk points are going to be. And here we have some scroll wheel. Everything is nice and smooth. Everything is like super impressive. So if you want to stabilize this video, before that, let's talk about balancing. So if you want to balance this gimbal, you probably want to unlock these things one by one. All right, so we're going to see how we are going to balance. First of all, we are going to balance we're going to set it up in a way we can balance. So here I'm going to turn this on and I'm going to lock it again. It's the usual lock, right? Yeah. So I'm going to open this up again and I'm going to leave it here. So balancing is super important before turning on this gimbal. So I'm going to start balancing. Here, the balancing should be easier compared to my Sony because the camera is so tiny, right? So the camera itself is just like 400 or 500 grams, not more than 500 grams with the base plate still. And once I put it here, it goes like this. So that's how it looks. Now we're going to change the position. We're going to balance this. So how are we going to balance this? And here is the trick, right? So here we're going to unlock this and we're going to move this towards the front slowly. Yeah, I'm using the lever to move it. This lever over here, I'm just slowly moving it so it goes in the front. All right, so now it's almost balanced. So it's going in the front, so I'm rotating the back. So now it's balanced to some extent. Yeah, it's quite balanced now. The motors are strong enough, so even if it is balanced only to this extent, the motor will take care of the rest. If it's not balanced at all, then it's going to be a big problem for the motor. Now I have securely locked it, and here I'm going to lock this axis now, or perhaps I can leave it. Now I'm going to unlock this lever, so it's gonna tilt it this way. So let's do that. See, as I said, it's gonna tilt it that way. So this part, balancing this part is the challenging part. Why? Because the entire weight of the structure is held on this thing. So you need to be like super careful. First unlock this, and then since it's moving this way, I'm going to push it in, right? So inch by inch, slowly, centimeters by centimeters, however you call it. So now it is balanced. So I'm gonna lock this, right? So these two axes are locked, balanced, I mean. So I haven't locked any of these. Now we have to balance this part. Everything seems to be balanced. So you see the center of weight. The weight center is aligned to the straight to the handle, so it's all very well balanced. Now that everything is balanced, it's super easy. Just lock them, and once you turn it on, it's going to unlock each and every one of these. So automatically it unlocks. And now it says I need to calibrate because it was calibrated previously for Sony camera. Now I have to recalibrate it for DJI. And this is how it looks like when it's calibrating. It's 50%. It hardly takes a minute or two, not more than that. So once you place the gimbal on a steady flat surface and probably most preferably a level surface and you calibrate it, it makes a lot of sound though. Yeah, now it is calibrated. So here it will say it has calibrated and I confirm. Now you can see here it's already pretty neat. So it's all balancing very nicely and yeah, it's wonderful actually. So yeah, that's how it is. Now that we have balanced, I want to show you some of the tricks what this can do. So first of all, this part is the sensor that's trying to track constantly, but right now it's showing red, which means it's ready to track if I'm going to show the signal, but it's not yet tracking. So that's why it's a red color. So if I were to show this, see, it's tracking, but it doesn't know what to track. It's confused. So I'm going to look at myself. So if I press this button twice, it's gonna come back to its original position, the usual things basically. And now I'm going to show my arm here like this, and it's gonna track me. It has figured out that I exist, and wherever I move, it's gonna track. Let me change the frame. Okay, so here I am. I'm just moving left and right. It's tracking me, super nice. And that's the best part about this gimbal. I love it because it can track the subject. It can identify the subject and it can track the subject. So I really like the way it looks. And so I may not be able to use it like a how do I put it, the vlogging style, but for most scenarios, this is totally functional. And it's not like super erratic. So I want to explain a few more things. To stop it from tracking, I just need to double press it. So it stops me from tracking and double press it again. So it goes to the normal position. And what I like is the dampening of all these motors, right? So if I triple press it, it is going to turn to the vlogging mode. So I'm going to triple press it. It's turning. Look at how slow and smooth it transforms to different modes, right? That's something that I love about this device. Everything about this gimbal is like super smooth, and I just about them. Love them for that. And yeah, you're not supposed to take off this camera at any time when it's on. So let's go back. Let's turn this to a different view and check all other auto functions. So here we have a second generation automatic lock. So yeah, this is something I want to show as well. So once you turn it off, it goes back to this position. Isn't it super impressive? Right? It's so easy and convenient to pack or just like hang it somewhere. It's very convenient. The only thing I don't like about this is actually the quick plate, which is like protruding very far away from the this width of the gimbal itself, the footprint of the gimbal itself. Everything is like so narrow, and this one pops out quite a bit. And that's something I don't like, but we can't do anything about it. So that's where we are. And what else to talk, right? Let's see one by one. Once we open this up again, it goes back to its original position. Yeah, that's it. Even this is smooth. I like every smooth design of this gimbal. It's so amazingly smooth. Some of the things you cannot do is what I just did. So you cannot like go towards the side because the motor is kind of heavy and then the motor goes first. So to do that, you have to go front. Yeah. If you go front like this, then you should be able to do. Some of the camera angles are quite difficult to get, so you need a lot of practice to use this gimbal, but yeah. This action, this is like PT mode, PF mode. So it's gonna be like only one axis is kind of locked. And if you were to change it to PTF mode, it's gonna be like focusing on the tilt as well. Tilt and follow. And we have one more mode, like completely follow mode, FPV mode. So it's gonna be like super good. There are so many modes that you can try out. I haven't tested each and every one of them, but there are all these modes that you can play around with. So now let's lock this camera and we will see further options that we have. Oops, if I'm locked, I have to power it off and then like I cannot show you what are the options, so I'm gonna power it back on. So it also shows the battery if you were to click the power button, and let me turn it on. Yeah, so here we have a few options. First, we have the FPV and we have the calibration. And since the tracking device is connected, when you swipe from the left, you have all these options to track, I mean, to identify as well. So you can customize the tracking device uh, the, to a more convenient way how you're shooting. So there's so many things about this gimbal which are super nice. So you can even connect your camera through this port right here. Let me just push it down. Look at how smooth it is. When it stops, it doesn't stop abruptly as well. So it stops very smoothly. And I want to show you the port here. So here we have a few ports for USB Type-C. One is for the gimbal, one is for the tracking device. The one on the tracking device is to upgrade the firmware. The one on the gimbal is to connect the camera with the gimbal so that you can control the camera. So let's see what options the camera has to offer and how we can set it up for uh, Bluetooth pairing. So for that, I need to go into the settings. I need to go into Bluetooth, camera. So it asks me to enable the Bluetooth function on the camera. So let me go down to the Bluetooth function. It's under the settings. Probably under user settings. I'm not sure. I'm still new to Fujifilm, so please forgive me. We're just trying here, right? Oof. Okay, so I believe if I long press it, it's gonna go to, yeah, Bluetooth. So pairing. So it's gonna try to find the Bluetooth on my Fujifilm, but I have to unlock. So I have enabled the Bluetooth pairing mode in DJI as well. So as you can see here for Fujifilm, it's unable to find because it's not yet there for Fujifilm. For Sony though, it's super easy. So once you started to pair using your DJI and turn it on, you immediately find DJI over here on the camera. So you just need to quickly pair it. But for Fujifilm, it's not yet there, so you will never be able to find it. That's it. So, but how else can we connect, right? Is it possible to connect it with the cable? Let's find out. So here's a cable. Unfortunately, the the port for Fujifilm is on this side, so it's super impossible to actually connect anything to the DJI gimbal. So I'm just gonna leave it as it is, and I'm gonna quickly bring it back and open the shutter, and I will show you. Yeah, this is how it looks. Maybe I will change the display. Yeah. So this is how it looks. It's super nice. It's super easy. And yeah, so once it is in the PDF mode, it's very convenient and it's all like super, super smooth. Yeah. PDF mode is the most commonly used mode for these kind of actions, I believe. It's very easy and it's also like servo mode. So depending on the force you give, it's gonna move that fast or slow. Yeah. And it can rotate 360 degree. That's something super impressive. I mean, yeah, for such a tiny gimbal for its price though, everything it offers is, I like it, like everything. And let's see this one, right? So here we're gonna put it from the bottom. So here, there's something I don't like. Here is this knob is going to the bottom of the connecting port. So let me explain that part. Let's quickly turn it off and let me zoom out a bit. Yeah. So here, what I see is this part, right? So this part is going from the bottom. This is where you connect the side arm, and it stays right here. It's kind of easy, but it's also like I would prefer it on the top so that nothing falls down. So once it is tightened, you can just use it like this. So it's very nice. It weighs, the total setup weighs about 2 kgs now, maybe 1.5 kg. This is 400, this is 900, so probably 1.5 kgs, and this is something really hand holdable. But I don't know how long I can hand hold this setup, but yeah, this is what we have right now. And I plan to use this Fujifilm X106 on this gimbal just because it's super light to use. And whenever I'm vlogging, I can just extend my arm and then I can use it with it. So it's very nice indeed. And let's see what other features we can talk about. Oh yeah, vertical mounting, right? So now the mounting is like this. I'm gonna place it flat. So now the mounting is like this. So for the vertical mounting, which I haven't done, I just need to release this and I need to come back here and see it's already coming down. But to remove it completely, you have to unlock it. So once you unlock it, it's gonna... So I think I just locked it. Okay, before that, let me let me take my camera out. I'm scared that it's gonna hit something. Also, it gets super heavy. So to adjust the height, you can use this side lever. Oops. This side lever is to adjust the height, and this is to completely remove, detach. So let me try. Haven't tried it. Okay. I really don't know how to try it, this part. Let's see what I can do. Okay, let's see what I can do with this. So it's super interesting to play around. Okay, I have my mic closer. Yeah, so here it shows how we can do it. How to do it. Unlock. Oh, okay, so this unlocks and then locks. They show it to be like super easy, but it's kind of difficult to do. It's just locking there, right? Let's try it again. Let's try. Oh, oh, it just came. It just came. Okay, so let me try it again. So once this is completely locked, it's gonna stay there. Once it's out, I don't know how to make it come out. I honestly haven't figured it out. Uh, okay, wait. So let's see this again. I can't figure it out. It makes it so easy. So I just remove this. I unlocked it. Why is it not coming out? Why is it not coming out? Okay, I'm giving enough force. Right? I'm giving enough force, right? I don't want to break this. It's just like a couple of days old. Huh. So if you're able to see, there is something going on inside. But I wonder if I were to put it this way, it's gonna lock forever. Or is it the right way? Yeah, apparently this is the right way. Oh, okay. So it fits. It fits. You zoom in. So yeah, here I have figured it out. But how am I gonna take it out? Again, I'm so confused. I'm so confused here. So it locks, okay. And it just falls. I cannot do anything with it. Yeah, I know I'm wasting your time and all, but it's why isn't it coming out? It's not that easy, is it? I'm pressing all the knobs there, literally, and nothing is actually helping. Nothing is actually helping. See, this one locks, and then I can just remove it. Should be able to remove it. Front and back doesn't work. Left and right doesn't work. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I I I I don't know, the gimbal is stuck. How do I remove this? Okay, let's see again. The fastest switch between horizontal and vertical. Dude, I'm stuck. Okay, it's not fast anymore. I'm just literally stuck. Say, okay, so unlocks, put it there, tighten it. That's what it shows, right? Which means I should be able to technically unlock it. Let's see. I'm sorry for the ambulance. It's some emergency, so please forgive them. Don't bash me in the comment section. But you can bash me definitely for not knowing how to do this, though. Okay, this side. I don't know which side. Which side is unlocking? Right, this side. It's just supposed to come off easily. It's a bad idea. It's a super bad idea. Ah, okay. Now I get it. Now I get it. I think I understand now. So you see the marking here? There's a tiny marking here. You have the camera symbol over here, so you have to make sure these two are aligned and then put it here. And once you put it, you understand that it has to be like straight. Oh yeah. I think I can better show you from this side. It's gonna wear off pretty fast. So you see these two should be aligned properly, and then you should be able to remove it. If they're not aligned, it's kind of difficult to remove. But anyway, I'm not gonna play with it. If I want vertical, I turn vertical, that's it. I'm just gonna keep it like this. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it like this. If I want vertical, I do vertical. And yeah, so you can, I think it can, let's see what it does, right? I haven't tested what it does, so let's figure out what it does. All right, so very easy to set up. Put the camera on, turn it on. It unlocks by itself. It positions by itself. If there is anything, it will show some error, which is pretty nice to rectify, but very easy to rectify. There's nothing complicated about it. So what we're gonna do now is to see what the scroll wheel does. Okay, nothing, because I haven't mapped anything to the scroll wheel. Once the camera is connected to the gimbal itself, the scroll wheel probably can zoom in and zoom out. I don't know. And one more thing I want to show is this function, right? So there is a dedicated knob right here. Okay, let me change it to PTF. So yeah, it's gonna scream. Yeah. So this dedicated switch here. Okay. Okay. This happens quite This happens quite a lot. Yeah, it ends up like this for some reason. Then I have to change the entire thing to make it work properly. It's upside down. Can you guys see it? Can you guys see it? It's upside down. So this happens every time the gimbal gets confused. So a lot of quirks. This is not the ideal gimbal way, you know? It's having a lot of quirk. I don't know, probably it's not foolproof. Like I'm an idiot when it comes to using gimbals, and for an idiot like me, it's definitely not working the way it should work. So probably let me try to do it in a different way. For today's video, we're just gonna play around with this DJI RS4 Mini, and let's see if I can move it around. Probably FPV cannot. Yeah. Yeah. It's not going beyond that. What about the tilt axis? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I should probably do some weird angle to get it right. Yeah. Ooh. I'm just checking. Uh, okay. I'm gonna turn it off this way, and I'm gonna unlock and fix it back again. Did you see that? It's super cool, right? So in case it sets it like that, then just need to turn it off and turn it on again. So yeah, the problem I think is actually something very simple. What I failed to get back is actually this part. So it's supposed to be like as low as possible, but I forgot to adjust it back. So yeah, I mean now if I turn back and move as I want, okay, this is in F, yeah, move as I want should be okay. Right, should be okay. Left and right, left and right. Probably turn this on. Left and right, left and right. Definitely not. See, every single time it goes. Yeah. Not the perfect gimbal. Like, if anybody were to say it's the perfect gimbal, do not trust those people. I don't know from where they are getting their money from. Yeah. So for these kind of shots, like once you set up the tracking, right, it's gonna track the subject, and that's I think super impressive. You can do some quick music video kind of stuff, like if you just put it in PF mode, like see, oopsie daisy again. Uh, you have to like keep turning it off and turning it on to get it back to its original position, and probably try to reduce the center of gravity. So what I mean by that is like this is pretty high on the scale. What I would do is to tone it back or down, but this is the maximum it can go down, right? So I don't think you can see it, but I'll turn it off and then I'll show. What I mean is like this entire thing has to come down a bit. But if it were to come down, it's gonna hit this thing, right? So to avoid hitting it, so they have given so much of gap over here. And this gap is totally not necessary. They could have moved it a bit further in the front and then like brought it like a lot closer to this one. So that's something they should have done with all this experience from all this gimbal manufacturing. But apparently this length, and this length is probably very similar, and they want to stick with that, which is totally fine. And what I also notice is actually the wear on the aluminum surface. I don't know if you can notice or not. There's a lot of wear happening pretty fast on these aluminum surface. The silver surface that you see here on all these parts are all made of aluminum, and they feel super smooth and durable. But everything else that are plastic are not that confidence inducing. So that's something to say. Anyway, we haven't tested every single option because we couldn't connect with the Fujifilm camera, and the Sony camera is recording whatever I'm showing today. So we will look it up in a different video. I will make a separate video for that. As you can see here, it's far high up over here, which is totally not necessary. And yeah, of course you have all these other features as well. I'm not planning to move my camera down to show you this field of view, but yeah, that's something there. Let me do it this way. Yeah, I'm back to my table, by the way, and here you are able to see all these things. I don't think there's anybody here watching this video, so I'm gonna stop this video right here. I know, I just wanted to show you what I got today and what are the quirks on this gimbal and what devices you can set this up. And I'm super excited to try out some different dynamic time lapses with this device, which is possible using the app, which I can demonstrate in a different video. And so bottom line is, like, I'm super impressed with the weight of it, the smoothness of it. The knobs are damped, and it's super convenient to hold it and use it for a longer period of time compared to my Weebill S, the original one. That's like 920 something grams with all the additional attachments that you want to go with the gimbal itself. Like, for example, the what do we have here? The quick coupler thing, the bottom tripod thing, etc. So overall, I think it's a very satisfactory gimbal which can hold up to 1.5 kgs. I have tried with my Sony A7C II with the 16 to 35 millimeter f2 8G Master 2. That combination is about 1.1 kg, and the gimbal itself is rated for the payload of 2 kgs, but I don't think it can hold up to 2 kgs. Just 1.5 kg should be fine. And even still, it's struggling. The motors are struggling to keep up the weight. But for general calm use without running like what they show on the videos, for calm use, as you can see here, it should be okay. But if you were to be like using so drastically, the motors will fail, it will realign by itself, and you won't have a pleasant experience using it. So that's what I feel about this device. But for the price, I think the amount, the quality of stable footage that you get is like excellent. Okay, there's no other way to say it. Anyway, that's it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in into another live stream. I don't think there's anybody there, but anyway, I have to make this. I have to get it out of my heart. That's it. Anyway, meet you in my next video. Peace.